Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to my power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well and teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. Peace and blessings to those who would like, but willing to be a part of that number. I'm the brother Qadar from the GMS branch of Chicago, coming back with another video. And this video is going to be entitled Easter. Okay, and we understand once you go to Acts, the 12th chapter. Okay, let's see. It's like this book of Acts. Well, I'm just getting straight to the point, man. All right, 1 second. Acts 12 and verse 4. Okay, let's see. I want to read up. I start at verse 1. It says, Acts 12, verse 1. Now, about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church. Okay, it says, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it pleased the Israelites, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. It says, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Now that was added on, because our forefathers never celebrated, or commemorated something called Easter. That was added to the scriptures. And if you go into that word for Easter, all right, it should say Pesach. The reason why I say it should, because Esau be changing shit, but there we go. Let's see how they pronounce it. Pesach. All right, it says the Paschal sacrifice, which was accustomed to be offered for the people's deliverance from old from Egypt. Salakia. The Paschal lamb, i.e. the lamb the Israelites were accustomed to slay and eat on the 14th day of the month of Nisan, the first month of their year, in memory of the day on which their fathers prepared to depart from Egypt, were bidden by Yahweh to slay and eat a lamb and to sprinkle their doorposts with its blood, that the destroying angel, seeing the blood, might pass over their dwelling. Hamashiach crucified is likened to the slain Passover lamb. Okay, and that's what it's going into. Not Easter. Easter don't have nothing to do with our holy day Passover, man. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. That was actually added to the scriptures. It has nothing to do. This is not a biblical holiday for the Israelites. This is idolatry. Okay? This is straight idolatry. Okay, because, and as a matter of fact, let me grab this Jeremiah 5, because Jake wicked as fuck, man. All right, because this nigga Constantine, Jeremiah 5, I'll start at verse 25. I'll start at verse 26. You can read up, though. All right, because what this nigga Constantine did, and you can read about it in the Council of Nicaea. All right, he wanted to bring the people together. So he amalgamated Christianity with all these different wicked doctrines. And I have up here, it says man-made religions. You got John Smith with the Baptist religion. You could keep reading it. You look at this Mormons, which he was Joseph Smith was a Freemason. Okay. All these false religions, man. It says Constantine, the first Christian emperor, and he was an Israelite of the Holy Roman Empire. All right, he was an Israelite. It says introduced the pagan doctrines of Trinity. Okay. Talk about the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is the same person, which is going the fuck off. The scriptures clearly cuss that. Okay, Easter. All right, what the world is celebrating today. Having no idea that they're partaking in idolatry and sin against Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. All right, the Israelites. Lent, Sunday worship. Okay. We understand that the Shabbat, okay, is according to the new moon. All right. It says the Christian cross. The scriptures don't tell you to worship a fucking cross. Okay. The scriptures don't tell you that. All right. The Christian fish. All right. And it ain't no so-called Christian fish. What they're talking about is that hat that the Pope has on his head. All right. Which represents the fish god Dagon that you can read about. All right. And is it 2 Samuel the 5th chapter or 1 Samuel the 5th chapter when they stole the ark? Okay. And they put him in the same temple as Dagon, in the same house as Dagon. And they found Dagon was bound down with his hands cut off, bound down before the ark of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. And the Lord smote all them Hamites with hemorrhoids. You know, so this is all going back to idolatry, which is why I'm grabbing this Jeremiah the 5th chapter. All right. Jeremiah 5 and verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. All right. They set a trap. They catch men. It says, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore, they are become great and waxen rich. All right. Hey, Jake is deceitful, man. Okay. And this is deceit. This nigga, Constantine probably, hey, this nigga gotta be back today. He one of them wicked ass priests that's back today, man. You know? It says, therefore, they are become great and waxen rich. All right. Hey, look at all the false preachers of our people. Okay. Hey, them niggas waxing rich, man. They speaking smooth things. Isaiah 30th chapter. They telling the world what they want to hear, that their wicked society is going to continue to be prolonged. Verse 28. They are waxing fat. They shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. They judge not the cause of the fatherless. Yet they prosper. And the right of the needy do they not judge. Okay. It says, shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord Yahweh? Okay. So, let me read verse 28 again. My bad. It says, they are waxing fat. They shine. Yeah, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. All right. Our people are more wicked than Esau right now, man. Our people have surpassed Esau in wickedness. These niggas have to be destroyed, man. Yahweh Shema Shai has to destroy these niggas. Okay. This nigga Constantine is back today. He gonna catch a missile. Okay, it says, they judge not the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy do they not judge. Okay, it says, shall I not visit for these things, saith the Lord Yahweh? Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? A wonderful and horrible thing is committed in the land. And the prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and we see that today. It says, and my people love to have it so. And what will ye do in the end thereof? Hey, our people love to be deceived. They love to hear them sweet lies. All right, they love to be kissed on a cheek with a lie. Okay, hey, Jake Wicked, man, they gotta go, and that's why I grabbed that precept, man, because this nigga Constantine, like I said, is back today. He's gonna catch a missile. Okay. All right, and we understand, that's why I pulled this up right here, that Easter goes into the fertility god Ishtar, you know, which goes back to Babel, you know, which was transferred to Babylon, which was transferred to Persia, to Greece, to Rome. All these idols are transferred, and they just switch the name up. That's all they do. All right. They just transfer them and they switch the name up, man. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can just add that right here without. Let me see real quick. Let me copy it and paste it in my notes so it could transfer it through this phone, because I'm not gonna look through my photos and the videos. It's fucking weirdos out here, man. Oh shit. Yeah, okay. All right, it'll pop up. It'll pop up. Let's see. There we go. It says Babylon, Nimrod, Semiramis, Tammuz. All right, in Egypt, what they call it Ra, Isis, Horus. All right, Greece, they call it Zeus, Artemis, all right, hey, they just shot that missile to the heavens, and that shit went right back down because you can't get past the Van Allen belt. Okay, in which that whole NASA symbol, that whole symbol, you flip it backwards, is Baal's head. You know, and the word NASA goes to the Hebrew word Nasai, which means to lie, to deceive. Okay, Adonis, it says Rome, Jupiter, Diana, Apollo. Okay, it says Odin, Joro, Thor for the Nordic people. In the Hindu, it says Vishnu, Chandra, Krishna. All right, Roman Catholic, you got God. It says Virgin Mary, well, she wasn't a virgin. Okay, and then you got JC, who the world, you got Yahushua, who the world England calls JC. Okay, and that was in which we understand Mary wasn't a virgin. Okay, but this is what these people believe, man. Jake is just through out here, man. Jake is absolutely through. Luciferian, it says Lucifer, goddess Diana, and the Antichrist. These people are through, man. You know, but I'm just throwing that out there, you know, just to show how these idols are taken and the names are just switched up, man. You know, let's read this. It says, this is Ishtar, pronounced Easter. Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar, the Assyrian and Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex. Her symbols like the egg and a bunny, which that has nothing. Bunnies don't lay eggs. All right, these people are idiots, man. A bunny is a mammal. Mammals don't lay eggs. You know, but these people are so brain fried. They don't even know. Like, this is just like, hey, man, these people gotta go. Okay. And fuck them kids too, man. Talking about you doing it for the kids. Nah, you cause your kid to pass through the fire, man. By doing that shit. We have our own holy days. It says, were and still are fertility and sex symbols, or did you actually think eggs and bunnies had anything to do with the resurrection? After Constantine decided to Christianize the empire, Easter was changed to represent Yahushua. Okay, you see? But at its roots, Easter, which is how you pronounce Ishtar, is all about celebrating fertility and sex. Okay? So, let's see. It says she went by many names. Like I said, they transfer these idols to different kingdoms and they just switch the name up. That's all. It says she went by many names. The Scandinavians called her Ostra, the Anglo-Saxons Eostre, and those who lived in a region that is now Germany knew her as Estre, okay, or Eastre. Let's see. And, you know, that's pretty much it, man. Y'all can read this article for yourself, man. You know, the point was made. Lord willing, it was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Al-Shai, Bashim Al-Kakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to our full elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, and the Bible Ball.